you do with your organization and how that affects all of this? Very quickly, please.
Basically, Nigeria Dialogue is about issues. I'm a firm believer in the fact that we don't have to get till tomorrow to start preparing for it. We should start the future now. And one of the ways by starting the future now is to start discussing the issues of the future. What do we want to look like as a federal state 20 years from now? Where will Nigeria be in terms of GDP 50 years from now? What would our graduates look like 50 years from now? What kind of jobs do we want to create? What are the new industries? Countries are positioning themselves around the world to take competitive advantage. Where does Nigeria want to play? Let us know exactly where we're going, have a journey or a roadmap towards where we're going, and set ourselves on that journey. And I'm convinced beyond a doubt that Nigerians are ready to head towards the future if we have a clear plan about where we're going. And that's what Nigeria Dialogue is about.
Thank you very much, Aniola Bankole, for joining me today. If you want to find out more about this organization, it's nigeriadialogue.com. Just go there and I'm sure you'll find all the information you need. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.
When we come back, we're going to be talking about a very critical issue, something that seems to be ravaging a lot of people we seem to know these days. What's wrong with our health? We'll find out after this.
If you want to know what's trending or you miss your favorite live shows, you can watch it all on our YouTube channel. Simply log on to www.youtube.com/channelsweb. Scroll down to your favorite program and click play. You can also view all uploaded videos by clicking on View All. Don't forget to subscribe and get the latest videos. If they are interesting, like them and be heard. Get connected with the Channels Television YouTube page. The news at your fingertips.
At first, it's only anticipation that something is about to happen. This is one thing that makes life interesting. To compete not only with players across the field, but across the world. It makes me feel joy when we win and sorrow when we lose. The action and reaction, colliding, falling, dropping, despite the odds. I love it because it brings me tears of victory, tears of joy. The skill that leads to the pass that leads to the shot that leads to the goal that determines the ultimate. Channel Sports, defining the moment of true sports.
Channels Television and Re-Event Media Limited presents a special program on child marriage.
We speak to the Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is at the center of the controversy.
Fine by one, when a girl starts menstruation. So a girl can start menstruation at 9, 10, 12, 13, 15. And when she starts seeing, when the breasts, are fully matured. And so it is not by age. That's what we are saying. And that is why that provision was made.
But what is it exactly that legitimizes the senator's right to marry girls that by today's societal norm would be considered children?
Islamic law allows marriage not by age, but by maturity, as you quoted rightly, and puberty. Once a girl reaches the age of puberty and is assumed to be matured, and who determines who's matured? The parents.
So, just how many young girls does the senator have as wives?
Why? This is so personal.
Watch this special interview with Senator Ahmed Yerima this Sunday at 9 p.m. only on Channels Television.
Say, hey, we represent, What else? See, come on. See, just let's go. So let's dance now, it is my turn. Just won't work you out. I am ready for your action. Just won't work you out.
Welcome back. Now, something that seems to be common these days, especially since the era of blogging and celebrity came around, has been the issues of failed kidneys. And recently, OJB Jezreel, whom a lot of us know, had to raise funds to travel to India to get his kidney transplant and all of that. And a lot of us seem to know friends of friends of friends who are going through this same issue. So we want to find out, what are we doing wrong these days that seems to be killing our kidneys so quickly? I have here with me three very young and brilliant doctors. Here, Ifeoluwa Odedare, from a medical doctor from the health center in Bariga. You're very welcome. Moji Deinwa, medical doctor from Luth.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And Prela Akangbu, medical doctor from Luth as well. Thank you very much for joining me today. Now, like I said, what are we doing wrong now? Why are all our kidneys failing?
Okay, I'll start by saying that what we're talking about is kidney failure. Yeah. And it's usually what we used to see in adults, like at least it's more common and all that. But now, nowadays we're seeing more young people coming down with this. Maybe due to a change in lifestyle, our habits and all that. Basically, the most common causes for kidney failure, like chronic kidney diseases, are hypertension, diabetes, basically, and which is not what you expect to, at least for hypertension, you usually expect to find it
with younger people.
Yeah, with younger people, just a few exceptions and all that. So there must be some other reason why we're experiencing that. Yeah.
What other things do you think we're doing wrong these days that's making it such a problem?
Well, I think these days people are involving in things that weren't so common in the past. You know, people taking stuff like excessive amounts of alcohol, smoking, and these days you see people indulging in taking self-medication. When you take a lot of medications that are not originally prescribed by your doctor, and then your kidney has more work in breaking down these things. Also is the aspect of using herbal concoctions and so many things that people come up with to wash your blood and all that. Eventually, they has a bad toll effect on your kidneys. So
something I've heard a lot. You mentioned alcohol there, and I know that people have said that alcohol affects your liver and not your kidney. So you brought up alcohol there. Is it actually a problem for your kidney?
Yes, it is a problem for your kidney. Not primarily, but secondarily, eventually. You know, alcohol affects every part of your body. You know, when you take something in, it's going to get to every part of your body, but along the line affects your kidney. It gives your kidney more work to do. But it does affect the liver, like you said.
Yeah. Now, Prela, I have a friend who passed away a couple of years ago from the same kidney issue, and it had something to do with an excess intake of protein or something along those lines. What sort of effects does that have? Because I like beans. And I don't know if I should stop eating beans.
Yeah, thank you very much for the question. Now, protein is good, especially for children, people in growing ages. They need these things to build on their tissues and make sure that they are healthy. But as you age, and in medicine there's this thing they always talk about, doing everything in moderation. So proteins actually, when they're broken down into amino acids, which are the currencies with which your body uses these things. Now, these amino acids are also broken down to waste products by processes in the body. And it's broken down to a point where chemicals such as nitrogenous compounds are actually going to your kidneys. So the fact that proteins cannot be stored in your body makes these nitrogenous compounds accumulate in the kidneys. And the kidney now produces some other byproducts, such as urea, creatinine, and some other compounds that makes your kidney functions dwindle and eventually leads to chronic kidney failure.
How much of this is hereditary? Is it possible that some of these things can be transferred from like a parent and all of that?
Yeah, I was going to come to that too. Some of the cases that we're seeing in the young people actually would be more of like congenital, that is maybe something from birth or hereditary. In most cases, that's what we actually explain. Because really, like I said, the most common cases for chronic kidney disease, which will actually lead to end-stage renal disease, that's the renal failure as we know it, where a person depends on dialysis. Now, the most common causes are usually hypertension and diabetes, which, as I said before, you don't find in young people. So, if you're going to find more young people coming down with these kind of things, number one, change in lifestyle, like Muji said. And now, the second is the fact that maybe it's congenital. There are a lot of things like infection in childhood, when not properly treated, can lead to complications that can lead to damage to the kidney and all that. So that is possible also that we also have a congenital.
What are the signs that you see before it gets to the stage where you now need to have a transplant? Are there things you see that should let you know that, okay, it's time to stop doing certain things?
Yeah, but you know, the truth is, unfortunately, is like things that happen in the kidney don't really just show signs early enough. As in, but you can, if you look at it basically, the signs are subtle, but they're there. For example, if you start noticing that your urine is more foamy than usual, you know, your urine is foamy, and you start noticing your feet are swollen, or your eyes, your face is swollen, maybe especially when you wake up in the morning, and your face is swollen, your feet are swollen, or you just maybe went for a routine medical checkup, or maybe went for an outreach and